Maybe they're drinking water. Time now for Ask the Expert. We all know that water should be something we drink to stay healthy, but oftentimes we just don't get enough of it.
Because you forget. I forget. Registered dietitian Lori Meyer joining us live this afternoon. Why do we need X amount of water in a day's time?
Well, we really do need to drink some water, and part of it is because the body is made of water. At least 60% of our body is water, and it's involved in every single cell and every single function. So if you get dehydrated, it's going to affect you. I mean, you start with a little headache, a little concentration problems, you start feeling tired. If your heart rate starts to speed up, you know that you really are getting dehydrated. It's time to really get up and get a glass of water, because it's so important to avoid that. We also know, and I put together a graphic of some of the things that can happen, some of the signs if you aren't getting enough water, or some things that can happen. First of all, we see that women, and men also, but more so women, more urinary tract infections if you don't drink enough water.
Okay.
We also are seeing more kidney stones. Bladder cancer, there's actually data that shows a 50% decreased risk if you drink enough water or fluids during the day, and colon cancer about a 45% decreased risk, which is also good. Of course, constipation is a problem if you don't drink enough, but weight gain, water is really involved in fat metabolism, and it's not just the belly bloat, but it's actual fat that it's going to affect. And then of course, you can have more of a bloated belly if you're not drinking enough.
Brought my own prop today.
Yeah.
I drink 2 of these. Probably on average every day, and
how big is
hide that
that
logo on the side of there. You know, I have no idea how much that is.
16 ounces maybe?
You know, that's maybe 20 ounces in there.
The Institute of Medicine actually studied this, and they took a look to find out really how much water do we need. And there's no real cut and dry answer. You know, you hear the 8 cups of water a day, and that is kind of an average. And I'll tell you where they got that from. They looked at how much water women need and men need, and women need at least 11 cups of fluid a day, and men about 15. But they took into consideration, if you're eating a healthy diet and you're getting the recommended fruits and vegetables, it would end up being about 8 cups, 9 cups, maybe 10 cups of water a day. So that's really where that came from. A lot of times, though, it really depends on you. So kind of shoot for that, but it's all fluids, not just water.
Let's get to how to make water tasty.
Yes.
Because a lot of people just don't want to have water. So you have some examples here.
Well, I think one of the best things to do is add something to it. You know, the old thing is add lemon or lime slices to your water. You can add any fruit to the water, or you can make combinations.
Which
and
one
the one that I have on the end is lemon, and it has some mint and cucumber and some ginger. And this one in particular, they have found actually is really good for reducing that belly bloat. It's really good for digestion. I made a non-alcoholic sangria. I took water and some of the same things that you might put sangria.
Ooh.
So it's apples and oranges, a little lemon, some grapes.
This smells great.
And the important thing I found, though, is that you have to make it in advance and let it sit. So I would make a big batch of it and let it sit.
This is a lot of work for just a couple cups.
Right.
And you said this
I
is your
made
favorite.
berries, and I actually like the berries. I put a combination of strawberries, raspberries, and blueberries, and that one's
That's
actually
nice.
pretty good. And then the watermelon. If your watermelon is really ripe, then you're gonna get a much more flavorful. And I put a little lime in to cut the sugar, but that one's also pretty good as well.
Okay, so what you buy in the bottle, though, juices?
Well, you know, we talked about juice, and I think part of the reason orange juice sales are down too is that people are trying not to drink as much juice, because us nutritionists have been saying don't overdo it. Here, we think these are really healthy. This is a strawberry and carrot, and this is a green kind of mixed juice. But per bottle, you're getting 9 teaspoons of sugar in that, and per bottle of this green drink, 16 teaspoons of sugar. So juices all have a lot of sugar in them, which is actually going to increase your requirement for water. So you actually have to drink more water if you're going to be drinking those juices.
So just drink water in the first place.
Do you have a question for our experts? You can email them, Ask the Expert, and the number is right there on the screen. And you can go to TMJ4, or Ask the Expert at TMJ4.com, and the number to call is on the screen. We're back after this. No, we're going to Storm Team 4 weather.